Alright, hi everyone, it's me, Contrary Motion, back again with the first edition of our complete playthrough of The Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky. I've been playing Trails of Cold Steel on my own time. Actually, I started it not long after it came out, got most of the way through it, and then, because it was so long, got distracted by other things. So I recently replayed it and finished it yesterday, actually, which was a lot of fun. And so I decided, hey, it might be fun to start the Trails meta series from the beginning, because in my opinion, it's really the rightful successor to Suikoden in the sense of it is very interested in building a detailed picture of a world. Of course, we'll see that Eiyuden Chronicles will come out next year, and of course that will be the true successor to Suikoden. But in the meantime, I think we should play this because it looks like a lot of fun. So let's get started. We're going to do the game from the very beginning, which means we're going to watch all the intro stuff, which also means probably the YouTube channel will get a copyright ding. But that's okay. It's all worth it. So let's... Oh no! I think I'm going to have to restart it with the controller set up. That's what happens. You always try to get everything working, and then it doesn't. Let's just double check our configuration tool here. Input gamepad. Alright, let's see if we... can get it to work now. Hey, there we go. Alright, let's start the game. Average difficulty seems reasonable to me. Nobody wants to see me suffer, or maybe you do, but you're not gonna. Actually, you may anyway, who knows? I could be bad at video games.
Daddy's really late. I even got a message from the guild saying he'd be home today, too. And Shara's gone traveling around the kingdom on some kind of training. I'm so bored. Maybe I'll just practice with my staff a bit before dinner.
Well. Hey, I'm home. Tadaima!
Daddy!
Sorry to have kept you waiting, Estelle. Did you take good care of the house while I was away?
Of course I did. Did you run into any trouble, Daddy? You didn't get hurt fighting the bad monsters, did you?
Nope, I'm fit as a fiddle. That reminds me, though, I brought you a present.
Really? What kind of present? A new fishing pole? Sneakers? Something for my training?
Maybe I raised you wrong, Estelle. Aren't little girls supposed to like clothes and jewelry?
I like pretty clothes, but they just get dirty. And jewelry breaks when you go play outside with it on. Anyway, Daddy, what's with the big blanket? Is that my present?
Oh, you're a sharp one. Now, why don't you come have a look? This is the kind of present I would like to get. Just kidding. They're clearly supposed to be like 10 years old right now.
What?
Well, here you are. Quite a handsome boy, don't you think?
What? Why is my present a boy?
Don't make such a fuss or you'll wake him up.
Wake him up? You mean he's still alive?
Yeah, you think he's gonna give you a dead boy as a present?
Looks kinda dead if you ask me.
I've treated his wounds, so he should be in stable condition. In the meantime, however, we'll need to let him rest. I'll put him to bed, so if you wouldn't mind heating up a kettle of water on the stove, I'd appreciate it.
Okay. He sure sleeps soundly. He almost looks the same age as me. This is the first time I've ever seen black hair like that, too.
He certainly does have a nice head of dark hair. and a pair of amber eyes to go with it.
That's nice and all, but how about you come and clean and... Sorry. That's nice and all, but how about you come clean and fess up?
Fess up?
Yeah, who is this kid anyway? And why is he hurt? Why did you bring him to our house? Is he an illegitimate child or something? Did you betray Mommy?
Where have you been picking up these kinds of words? No doubt from Scheherazade, I assume.
Yep, that's right.
Oh, for heaven's sake, that girl is going to get me into trouble one of these days with all her nonsense. Actually, I just met this boy while I was out on business, and I didn't even know his name.
You mean bracer business?
Something like that. Oh, look.
Huh?
He's waking up.
Wow, his eyes really are the color of amber. Where am I?
So you're awake now, are you? Welcome to my humble home. You'll be safe here, so please just try to rest.
What are you trying to pull? Huh? You must be out of your mind. Why didn't you just leave me there to die?
Why? Now that's a question I don't know how to answer. Does things just work out that way work for you?
Don't toy with me, Cassius Bright. Do you have any idea what you're getting yourself involved in? Hey! You sure are shouting a lot for someone who's supposed to be hurt. Running your mouth like that's just gonna make it take longer for your body to heal. Hi, Ivysaur.
Just who are you supposed to be?
I'm Estelle. Estelle Bright.
She's my daughter. Don't you remember me telling you that I have a daughter your age? This is a big series. There are, I think, 4 games in the Trails of the Sky series, and there are, I think, 5 games now in Trails of Cold Steel, which is the sequel to this. I'm really getting into this series. I'm super impressed by it, and I'm surprised that it's not more popular than it is. So I hope you enjoy it. These games are particularly interested in world building. They all take place in the same world within a few years of each other. And all of the NPCs have names and little stories that progress as you move on with the plot, so I'm really looking forward to this. Now that you mention it... Wait a minute. Don't try and change this up. Ow.
Quit yelling.
Alright already.
But you jumping on me like that isn't going to make me heal any faster either. Yeah, I don't hear you yelling again, do I?
Look, jumping on me like that is just going to make things worse.
Do I hear yelling?
Never mind, just forget it. As a word of advice, it would be wise not to argue with Estelle while you're in this house. Even I wouldn't stand a chance if I made her mad enough. Yeah, I can see that.
By the way, aren't you forgetting something?
Huh?
Your name. You know, that thing people call you. I told you mine already, so don't you think it would be unfair and impolite not to tell me yours?
It seems like the logical thing to do, if you ask me. Trying to hide it would only serve to your detriment. Fine. My name is... a mystery. Ah, okay. We get to watch the intro now. Yeah, Ivy, I was just saying at the beginning, before you tuned in, that I finished Trails of Cold Steel, which is the first game in the second series of this meta series, yesterday. And it was a lot of fun. So I actually started the second one, Trails of Cold Steel the Hedgehog. So, I'm looking forward to getting involved in this series. Learning all of the lore. Yeah, we love a good anime opening. Trail series has pretty good music, although the soundtracks are not usually super huge. Yeah, I'm wondering if it's the same card game in this one that it is in Cold Steel. If it is, it's called Blade. And it's... yeah. Well, I think every game with an anime opening more or less does that. Although if it's anything like Cold Steel, you get all the party members pretty early in the game. I don't know if it is or not. Because that game takes place at Magic Military Academy, so it's a little more Harry Potter-esque, I guess, or more, shit, what's the name of that other game series? Oh, it's a bit more Manichemia-like, Cold Steel. This one I think is a little more traditional. But I guess we'll learn how all these people are. Yeah, so the whole premise behind the Trails games is you're in this large continent that has had basically a magic industrial revolution about 50 years before the game starts that's really sort of progressed everything from a medieval society to one with probably the equivalent of early to mid 20th century technology. Maybe it's a stand-in for Japan for the rapid industrialization. So, yeah, there's a lot of clockwork stuff. And there's, of course, an ancient civilization that had more powerful magic and more advanced technology that's since been lost. So we'll see how they set that all up in this game, I guess. Someone was just telling me about Octopath Traveler, which I had heard of but not played, and apparently this game looks very similar to it.
It's so bright in here. I slept like a rock. That must mean it's Dad's turn to cook this morning. I wonder if that means Joshua's still in bed. I guess that's a no.
So do they sleep together in that bed? One thing that's weird about this series is it seems to be into the sibling incest thing. Cold Steel also, the main character, is adopted and has a sister, and they, clearly the writers ship them.
Well, I guess I'd better get myself ready then, too.
Cool skylight. The little sister, a JRPG party member, has to be cute. Actually, she reminds me a little bit of Nanami from Suikoden 2.
Nice, Joshua. Bravo!
Good morning, Estelle. I hope I didn't wake you.
Nah, I was already up when I heard you start to play. I can't believe how awake you are, though. Even the roosters still have bags under their eyes. Not that I mind, what with the siren song of yours gently lulling this beautiful woman from her slumber.
What do you mean, woman? We're the same age, and I'm hardly a man. Maybe Joshua's just genderqueer.
How wrong you are, Joshua. We may be the same age, but I am clearly the woman of the house. And that makes you something like my loyal follower, wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, how fortunate for you.
You can at least try and sound a tiny bit sincere. It really is a nice tune, though. Cheerful, yet somehow wistful. I like your other songs too, of course, but this one's my favorite. What's it called again?
The Whereabouts of Light.
That's right, The Whereabouts of Light. I wish I could play the harmonica like you, Joshua. Sadly, it's a lot harder than it looks.
Compared to what it takes to use a staff, I think the harmonica is much easier. It's really just a matter of concentration.
You're probably right. I guess my problem is just that if I don't do something that uses my whole body, I start to feel drowsy. Okay, playing the harmonica is fine and all, but how about getting some exercise too? All your hobbies and sitting around... Oh, sorry. All your hobbies are sitting around kind of stuff, like reading and music. No girl's gonna be impressed with just that.
Girls like jocks. Well, excuse me for being so unpopular with the ladies. Although, I feel like I should be the one lecturing you about your hobbies. I mean, what kind of boy wants a girl who loves fishing, collecting bugs, and has a fetish for sports shoes?
That's enough talk about hobbies for now. For your information, I graduated from bug collecting a long time ago.
Really? I'll believe that when I stop finding beetles in the hallway. Yeah, apparently that's like a thing in the series. There's a brand. Hey, Estelle, Joshua.
Morning, Dad.
Morning, Dad. Is breakfast ready? It's ready and waiting. Why don't the both of you hurry on down before it gets cold?
Okay.
I'm on my way.
Thanks for the grub, Dad. Gochisousama deshita. Boy, am I stuffed.
Are you eating or inhaling, Estelle?
Huh. Like people say, kids who eat and sleep a lot grow a lot.
Well, make sure you get enough to eat, but don't forget to pour that energy into your work, too. That reminds me, you two are finishing up your training at the guild today, aren't you? That's right. It'll be a review of everything we've learned up to this point.
And once we're finished, we'll be bracers just like you, Dad. That means I'm not going to let you treat me as a kid anymore, either.
You still lack understanding, Estelle. You can only become a junior bracer in the beginning. Or in other words, you can only become a junior bracer in the beginning. Or in other words, a trainee. If you want to be treated like an adult, then you should work extra hard in your training to become a full-fledged bracer.
Well, I'm not afraid of a little hard work. Just you watch and see what I'm capable of, Dad. I'll be so successful that it won't be long before I pass you, too.
That's the spirit. Let's see what you're made of then, shall we? Let's not start a rivalry here, you two. And Estelle, keep your focus on the task at hand. We have a test later on today, remember?
Huh? Wait, what test?
Please tell me you didn't forget about the test, Estelle. You know, the one that checks whether or not we've mastered the skills we've been learning in training? Don't you remember Shara saying that if we failed, we'd be stuck with a ton of extra homework?
Crap, totally forgot. Now that you mention it, I guess I kinda remember her saying something like that. Don't sweat it, I'm sure we'll manage somehow or other.
I honestly don't know how you survived this long, Estelle. Your brain is like a sieve. Papa is sad. How could any child of mine end up with such a careless, over-optimistic personality?
Ha! You're the one who raised me, so I definitely got it from you.
I swear, the two of you act so much alike. Whatever. We should probably head over to the guild soon, Estelle. Shara's gonna be waiting there for us.
Sounds like a plan. You know how crazy scary she gets when someone keeps her waiting. Oh, before I forget, it's my turn to cook dinner tonight. Is there anything in particular you'd like to eat, Dad? Any requests?
Something I'd like to eat, huh? How about Rouen-style scalloped fish in a balsamic vinegar sauce?
What's that?
I think it's a little more than Estelle's cooking skills can handle. Or our stomachs. You're right, I just wanted to see what kind of reaction I could get. I'll just have the usual fried fish and omelet. No need for anything fancy, but do try to make something edible.
How rude! But I can't actually say he's wrong.
Actually, I do have one favor to ask before you head out. I'd like you to pick me up a copy of the Liberal News from the General Goods Store. They're supposed to be getting the latest edition in today.
Got it. One copy of the Liberal News from the General Goods Store.
If there's any money left over, you can have it as your allowance. However, that means no wasteful spending.
Alright. Thanks, Dad.
Okay, we're heading out now. See you later, Dad. Work hard. Work hard and give Sherazard my regards. Hey, we've got control! Okay, that's how we run. Cool. Well, that was fun. So the way Trails games works is you really have to talk to everybody all the time, which is good, but also can be a little the responsibility for it sometimes feels a little much.
By the way, Dad, is it going to be all right if it's going to be all right if you stay at home like this instead of going to the guild today? You haven't been there for a couple days now.
Unfortunately, I have a lot of paperwork to sort out. But don't you worry, I'm carrying a big enough workload that the guild's not likely to fire me anytime soon.
That's not exactly the most convincing thing I've ever heard come out of your mouth.
How about yourself? Shouldn't you be getting over to the guild? Sherazard is waiting, right? Yeah, so and every NPC has like 3 things to say. And every time the story progresses, it changes. And they all have their own little storylines and things going on in the world. It's actually really cool. But it can feel like an obligation sometimes. But I'm going to try and play this game without a guide. Woohoo! Fun. So we'll see how well that works. Because there's lots of extra stuff and lots of things hidden. At least there are in Trails of Cold Steel. I imagine this game probably doesn't have quite as much. But we'll see. Okay, so that's how we get to the menu. Equip. Orbment. Wow, that's tiny. Okay, so this works like Cold Steel. Cool. Okay, so that also moves the camera. Actually, I think I need to unfix the minimap. Everything else seems okay. What happens if I do free rotation? It seems like the same thing. One last thing to check. Okay, so that doesn't make any difference. Menu button click. Blah 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 blah. Okay, good. We can save anywhere. We have a map. Twin Dirks. Alright. And... Alright. Cool. North, Roland, 49 Selga. South, Garuna Gate, 259 Selga. So, as part of world building, these games have their own measurements. I still can't, I don't quite have a handle on how big they're supposed to be. It looks like we made good time. Not too early or too late either.
We just barely graduated from Sunday school. I never dreamed we'd have to study so hard to become bracers.
Well, you're in luck. Today's our last day of training. Oops, that's cut off. Let's see if we can fix that. No. Weird. Truth be told, though, you're the one who signed up to be a bracer in the first place, so I don't know why you'd expect to get away with any less effort.
Oh, yeah, I guess I did. Alright then, let's get to it and make it through this last hazing from Shara.
You look ready to me. Let's go meet with Shara at the Bracer Guild over there, then. Let's see if we can fix that. Because it will drive me crazy. Okay, I think actually we may have to restart and go to the settings. So let's just do that before we miss something. Sorry about this. I know it's annoying. Okay, launch configuration tool. Display 800 by 600. That's fine. That's fine. Oh, I think it's because I boosted the font size. So let's turn that off. Even though the text is really tiny. And we'll see if that makes any difference. Also, let's, oops. Let's go back out of town and make sure we didn't miss anything on the highway. And also, let's see if we can figure out how to... There we go. That's how we see the whole map. There's no monsters or anything out here. Hi, LSD. Okay. I'm not sure where to... I am playing on a controller. You're not sleepwalking again, are you?
How about you just be quiet and keep your comments to yourself?
Okay, you know what? Maybe I'm gonna change the map back to... Oops. Fixed north. So it will accord with this when I open it. Yeah, I can't figure out any speed up option. Not that I feel like I need it at the moment. Click the left stick. Whoa! Well, that's what happens when you click the right stick, which is cool. Actually, I wish that... I don't think Cold Steel has this. Right? You can't open up just a whole map of the whole country, which I really wish you could, because, I don't often have as good a sense of the geography of the place as I want to. And they really want you to have a really good sense of the geography of the place, you know? Top of the morning to you, kids.
Good morning, Mr. Alger.
Good morning, sir. Well, you're up rather early, aren't you? Correct me if I'm wrong, but today's your last day of training, isn't it? I seem to remember you saying something about it the last time I had you run the store.
That's right.
Wrong person. I see. Well, I'm sure you'll do just fine, Joshua. Now, Estelle, on the other hand, I've got good reason to worry. She's always been a bit scatterbrained ever since she was a child. Probably all the knocks she took to the head playing with the boys. Really? So I guess that scatterbrain trait isn't something new, huh?
I'll give you a head injury if you don't shut up. And don't call me scatterbrained.
Okay, you two, let's not fight now. Shouldn't you be getting over to the guild? It seems like just yesterday that Estelle was clinging all over Cassius, and now she's a bracer. Looks like I'm getting old. We have no money. Okay, so Sepith exists in this part of the series, but the Sepith Mass... Okay, we don't have enough money. We have to buy our newspaper. Oh. Oh, this is the armor store.
Good morning, Stella. My, well, if isn't Estelle and Joshua. Are you on your way to bracer training? Yeah, and just you watch. I'm gonna pass this exam and be as good a bracer as Shara, too. You're darn right you are. I have faith in you. By the way, Estelle. What? Why are you looking at me like that?
Did you wash your face? How about your teeth? Did you brush them too? Joshua's so fastidious, but you always forget to take care of yourself.
Come on, that was a long time ago. I don't do that anymore, right, Joshua?
Now that you mention it, you did take off from home the other day with your hair all a mess, right?
That was only because it was an emergency. Mr. Renan got this newest Strega brand sneakers in on that day.
Estelle?
Yes?
You listen to me carefully. For a girl your age, you need to take care of these things. If your appearance is messy, you won't look like someone that people can trust, even if you are a bracer. Your appearance is a reflection of what's on the inside.
Alright, I'll be more careful from now on.
Well, that's that. Now how about the both of you get on over to the guild?
Man, you just can't argue with her.
Okay. So she repeats that. We're done here. Let's go on and talk to everybody else in town.
Good morning, Mr. Renan.
Hello there, Estelle and Joshua. You're up rather early today. Did you come to buy a new pair of shoes?
Now that you mention it, are there any new ones in stock? You know, like the newest Stregas?
Unbelievable. You've actually already forgotten why we came here to begin with. We're not here to shop. We're supposed to be buying a copy of the Liberal News for Dad, right?
Of course.
You've always been a big collector of those shoes, haven't you, Estelle? I'm afraid that the new Stregas aren't out yet. But if you're after the latest issue of the Liberal News, though, I should have them around noon.
Noon, huh? That's right in the middle of our training at the guild house.
We'll stop by again after our training is over. Sure, I'll be waiting for you. Yes, so what I hear is that, I think you told me this, LSD, but I've also seen it written elsewhere that the sequel to this game is even better than this game. Like, this game is a good setup for the sequel. So the two of you are going to be bracers, are you? I'm jealous. I wanted to be a bracer when I was a kid, too. You could probably say that every boy in Liberal wants to be a bracer at least once in their lives. Except this one's a girl.
Why do you have to make such a big deal out of things, Joshua?
As far as I know, Estelle is the main character of this game, but I think Estelle and Joshua probably are both with you the whole game. I don't know anything about it. I've never played it before. Hi, Giselle. Good to see you.
There are other female bracers like Shara, too.
I didn't mean it in a bad way. Well, hang in there and study hard. When I get my copies of the Liberal News in, I'll set one aside for you. Anything we can buy here that we care about? Oh, cooking. We love it. Wow, it's interesting to see how much stuff they did maintain in Cold Steel. The morning air is so crisp and fresh. Let's see, it's about time I water my lovely flowers. It is. It still reminds me of Nanami a bit, I was saying earlier. Except she's actually the main character instead of a tag-along. Oops. Shit, I didn't want to continue the story.
There you two are. Good morning, Estelle. Good morning, Joshua. Good morning, Aina.
Good morning.
Is Shara here already?
Yes, she's waiting for you upstairs. Once you finish today's training, you'll finally be recognized as members of the Bracer Guild. Good luck to the both of you.
Thanks.
We'll do our best. Oh good, we can leave. I have learned my lesson. I'm just on my way over to the Forest of Mistwall to the south of here for work. There was a merchant from Bose who came here to buy lumber. I need to get enough ready for the order I received. Oh good, he only has one thing to say. Here's the Orbital Factory. Hey, if it isn't Joshua and Estelle. How are those orbments working out for you? That we tuned the other time you were here. Wow, that was an awkward sentence. In your case, Estelle, it's not whether the orbment is good or bad, but the problem lies in the way you use it. You're always jumping into things without a second thought, so you end up being slow to learn. Oof. If you just start thinking before you start swinging, then you'd learn twice as much.
Well, excuse me for sucking.
There, no need to get upset. Everyone has these problems when they first start out. If you can get the hang of things, you'll gradually be able to handle them better.
That's right. I'm gonna master using this as quick as I can and surpass even Joshua.
Yeah, whatever. When I first entered the Zeiss Central factory, I pretty much couldn't use one of these things either.
Even you couldn't use one, Freddy?
Yeah, but I can still become an engineer even if I can't use one. But since you're aiming to become a bracer, you'll have to learn how. Everyone has a bit of trouble getting the hang of battle orbments from the start. If you can get the hang of things, eventually you'll be able to handle them better, Estelle. Okay, he already said that. Hey, I'm still setting up shop. Estelle and Joshua, you seem to be here rather early.
Good morning, Mr. Melders.
Morning, sir. We appreciate you fixing that orbment light the other day.
Speaking of orbment lights, isn't the one outside our house burned out? We should get that replaced ASAP. Orbments sure are a daily life necessity, aren't they?
Yeah, when I was a lad, there weren't any of these orbment thingies. And now we can get fire and light with the mere flip of a switch, and even ships fly in the skies. I don't like it. Don't you kids think wings are way too convenient these days?
Oh, crap. Here he goes again about the old days.
Yeah, well, if you just learn to shut your big trap. When I was young, I made things a reality through hard work and sweat. Sweat, I tell ya! It'd be nice if the young kids these days knew the meaning of the word work, knew the meaning of the phrase hard work.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Orbments are convenient, all right, but I get worried that the young kids don't understand what it means to work hard. You hear me, Estelle, Joshua? Don't forget what it means to stand on your own 2 feet. That girl is so cute. I've got to be courageous and try to talk to her. So, advance warning, there are so many NPCs in this game, I'm never going to remember what they all sound like. But I'll do my best.
My daddy's job is digging holes, and he finds lots of pretty rocks inside. He says they're called septium. My husband works in the Malga mine to the north of here. He left here at the crack of dawn. Sometimes he doesn't even come home for days on end. I hope he doesn't get burned out from working so much. I'm always worrying about that.
Oh, this is a different house.
Let's see here. Looks like my husband's gone to work. I better do the housework quickly and head out to take care of the shopping.
Farming, mining, and timber. Those are the 3 major industries here in Roland. It's no exaggeration to say that those industries are what support Roland economically. The timber industry, which grows forests and in turn uses the trees as a resource, began at Queen Alicia's behest. No matter how abundant the woods and forests are here in Roland, they're not limitless. Her Majesty the Queen has a good head on her shoulders and a real knack for business. Interesting that they named her Eurydice. Alright, so what do we got here? Been in this house? Can we go into this house? Well, look what the cat dragged in. Estelle and Joshua, how have you been?
Good morning, Mr. Fate.
Good morning, sir. How's your father, Cassius? Is he doing well?
Yep, he's doing so well it might even surprise you. I don't think there's anyone else his age who's in such good shape.
Is that so? My daughter's really wanted to see him, but he hasn't shown his face around here in a while. Could you give him a message for me? Tell him that Fate says he'd like to talk about the old days sometimes. Sure, we'll tell him.
Hey, Joshua. How does Mr. Fate know Dad so well? I know they're friends and all, but...
I've heard they were battle buddies during their days in the Royal Army.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Please tell your father to stop by again sometime. I'd really like to talk to him about the good old days. Is this a climbable ladder? I don't think so. Okay. Okay, we've been in there. Anything back here?
Oh, Estelle and Joshua.
Good morning, Uni.
Aren't Luke and Pat with you today? They were here just a minute ago. The two of them suddenly got off and took somewhere. Took off and went somewhere.
Got off and took somewhere, jeez.
I wonder where Luke and Pat went.
Alright, so this is the church. So they have a religion that they created for this game that's suspiciously like Christianity.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
My, if it isn't Estelle and Joshua. Good morning. Where are you off to this morning? It must be tough waking up so early.
It's been a while since I saw the both of you. I'm impressed to see you visiting the chapel so early in the morning.
Good morning, Father Divine.
Good morning. You were habitually late and played hooky more than a few times during your Sunday school days, Estelle. So have you changed your attitude on life since you graduated?
A bit, I guess.
It looks like there's a little time before morning mass begins, so how about I give you both a special sermon?
No thanks.
Why am I getting thrown into the mix here? Alright, oh! The mayor's house. I do wish I could zoom out a little bit. I sometimes feel like I can't quite see enough on the screen. I have to get used to the call map button being a different button. All of the presentations of the church that I have seen in Cold Steel, which is the sequel series to this series, are pretty positive. So I think they just like it.
I'm so busy. This mansion is quite big. I've got all the serving, cleaning, and washing to do. Mornings are so busy for a maid. Today's objective? To finish cleaning before the missus returns from the chapel.
Okay, so that was the mayor's wife that we met in the chapel. We got it. It really is cool how you get to know all of the NPCs. At the end of Cold Steel, when I was going around the school festival, I realized I knew almost all of them. I knew their stories. Things were getting wrapped up. It was really kind of neat. Oh, good morning, Estelle and Joshua.
Good morning, Mayor Klaus.
Good morning. I've been hearing great things about the both of you. So, you're undergoing bracer training, are you? Having such youngsters sign up all by themselves to become bracers and protect everyone is inspiring. I expect great things out of you.
We'll do our best.
So it was originally for PC, but then it came out on PSP, and this is a PC re-release. And I do not know if it exists on the PlayStation Store for any other systems. Oops. Or any later systems, rather. I know Cold Steel originally came out for Vita. Oh, interesting. Okay, so... Hotel. I hope it's not tedious me going around and talking to all the NPCs, but these games really are designed for you to do it, and they reward you for doing it, so... Welcome to the Hotel Roland. Are you here to spend the night?
Vern, it's us, don't you remember?
I know, I was just joking, Estelle. I was practicing my greeting just now.
Oh, really? Did you ever notice that Vern teases people with a straight face while being courteous at the same time?
That's probably because he can. No, I don't think so. I believe in these games you only find chests in dungeons, but I'm not sure. I'll double check. You know, Estelle, if you pass your exam, you'll be the second female bracer here in Roland after Scheherazade. Oh, and good luck to you too, Joshua. Where were the blue chests? Not in here. Oh, were they in the mayor's house?
Mr. Paddington!
Now I know that voice from somewhere. Oh! Well, what have we got here? Cassius's naughty daughter and clever son, huh? Just when I thought you hadn't been around in a while, you show up all grown.
Are you here every day, Mr. Paddington?
This place has become somewhat of a new home for me. I intend to spend the remainder of my days guarding this clock.
There's a ladder that goes up to the observation deck. What's wrong, Estelle? Something on your mind?
It's nothing really. How about we climb up to the observation deck?
Sure, I guess. This would be nicer if we could tilt the camera up. Gotta keep snipers off that clock tower, I guess. Okay, this is the Bracer Guild. Have we been everywhere? No. We still need to go here.
Good morning, Claire. Good morning, Estelle and Joshua. Did the two of you really become bracers?
What? How did you know?
That's because working in the media is my future goal. I'm going to join the Liberal News Service and work hard as a reporter. Don't take my information lightly either. Sure thing. My gut feeling says that the two of you are going to be in the tabloids. Well, thanks. Isn't it romantic that two lovers are bracers who stand for justice? I have this feeling that a juicy drama is about to unfold. Lovers? Joshua and I aren't lovers, we're family. You really don't understand anything, Estelle. Joshua's adopted and things could go either way in the future, right? Plus, leaving it at that would surely please the readers.
readers.
Anyway, I'm looking forward to the both of you in more ways than one. The two valiant bracers who had each other's backs and attempted to escape from the crisis. Love could definitely grow between them from that point. This is so riveting.
Okay, so these games are pushing the incest too. I guess they felt that was a characteristic of the series. Yes, I've already made arrangements regarding the lumber. I'm looking into the septium right now. Simon, listen to me and listen well. Right now is the time for us to purchase lumber and septium. Ignoring the potential risks, I'm going to buy as much as I can with the budget. My aim is to capitalize on the Queen's birthday celebration. I believe the prices of these goods will rise before and after the festival. It would be best to stock up on these commodities while they're cheap and then put them into the market later. Yeah, it is a little awkward. I'm not going to make those sounds. Because other people could have misophonia like me. I get so hungry working in the mines.
Welcome! Oh, Estelle and Joshua.
It's been a while, hasn't it, Alyssa?
Is there something going on today? Could it be that you're on a date together? Yeah, right. We're actually on our way to bracer training now. Oh, is that all? Everyone from Sunday school seems to have decided on a career or a goal and is working hard to achieve it. As expected, you're a bit different than everyone else, though. What? Is there something wrong with that? No, not at all. I just thought it was very like you to pick the unusual route, that's all.
I can read.
Oh, that's right. Tio decided that she was going to go help out at her parents' farm. She even said for all of us to go up and visit her sometime. So that's what Tio decided on, huh?
I started working here because the owner said he'd let me manage the bar. After they started the morning and lunch service, however, I've been more of a waiter than anything else. Abend Bar. Okay, I don't want to spend any of our money right now. Yo, Estelle and Joshua! Aren't you a pair of early birds today?
Good morning.
Morning, Mr. Densal. In response to the requests of my customers, I started offering breakfast. Today's special is wholesome pasta. It's superbly al dente. Well, as long as it's superbly al dente. Oh, we've already talked to you? I think that's everybody. Well, we haven't been upstairs in here.
Let's see, yesterday's sales totals. Our breakfast service has really been going well. Sometimes my husband comes up with good ideas.
Alright. We have been... Oh, there's one more house.
Unbelievable. My husband knocked over his bookshelves again. The room is now so dusty I can't go inside.
Glory of the Kingdom, Compendium of Orbman Technology, Guide to the Roland region, the Septian Church and the Bracer Guild. Wonder where that book was I just bought the other day. It looks like I'm going to have to put these books in order. What do we have here? The Joy of Cooking Monsters. Did I really buy this? That boy! Where could Luke have gone? He took off without a bite of breakfast. Have we seen Luke anywhere? don't think so. It's almost time to start our training, Estelle. Yeah.
The weather's so wonderful and revitalizing today. I have this strange feeling that something good is going to happen.
Okay, so Ellie and Armand are probably going to have a whole relationship storyline. We'll keep an eye out for that. But I think we can go progress the plot now. Oh, so that was the merchant from Bose that we saw in the tavern. Alright, let's save.
The Star and the Hanged Man, the Hermit and the Magician, and last of all, Inversion through the Wheel of Fortune. This is a difficult combination. How should I interpret this? Good morning, Shara! Well, if it isn't Estelle and Joshua. This is a rare occasion for the both of you to show up so early. Since it's my last day of training, I figured why not? I'm ready to get this show on the road and become a bracer myself. I'll give you credit for your enthusiasm, but I'm going to work you hard today in every way I can think of to make sure that high-spirited attitude of yours holds up. I hope you're ready. I can feel that enthusiasm dropping already. Quiet, you. Every time I teach you something, somehow you manage to forget it. This training is my way of trying to keep some of that information in your head instead of letting it dribble out your ears like it usually does. Joshua, Shara's picking on me.
Don't worry, Shara. Well, Estelle may hate studying and rarely ever does her homework. Acts rashly, is overly naive, has a tendency to stick her nose into everything. Her instincts are sharp, so I'm sure she'll pick up on how to use an orbment with some practice. Eventually. Probably.
I guess there's not much I can do now except hope for the best. Hold out a sec, Joshua. Somehow I get the feeling that you weren't standing up for me.
Well, that's odd. I'm positive I described all your best traits accurately.
Whatever. By the way, Shara, what were you trying to predict with your tarot cards? Your face was really intent. Oh, this? I was just trying to get a vague reading about what might happen in the near future. Unfortunately, I don't seem to have been in the right mindset to interpret the cards correctly. You couldn't read the cards?
Now that's surprising to hear.
Actually, the more profound the meaning of the cards, the more difficult they become to interpret. But that's not important now. I think it's time to start your final training. I'll give you a brief rundown of all the information we've covered in your previous training. This is the minimum level of knowledge that bracers should have in order to function effectively. And Estelle, make sure you pay especially close attention to what I'm going to say. Yeah.
Alright, I'm not gonna do this in her voice. I guess I will.
Orbits are mechanical devices which operate by using what is known as orbal energy. A variety of effects can be produced depending on their structure and the type of quartz, or processed septium, installed. Although it's only been about 50 years since their invention, these devices play an integral role in all facets of life, from lights, heaters, and other everyday products, to weapons, magic, and even airships. In connection, this technological reform is commonly known as the Orbal Revolution. Bracers are investigative and combat specialists who work to protect civilians and maintain the stability of their respective regions. They aid the community in various ways, such as exterminating monsters, preventing crime, finding lost items, and escorting people and goods. The Bracer Guild, which has established branches across the continent, manages the affairs of the bracers in each region.
So, basically the Adventurer Guild, eh?
The kingdom of Laburl in which we live sits on the western half of the Zemurian continent and abounds with nature and deep-rooted traditions. Laburl is proud to be one of the leading producers of septium on the continent, and is known for its high level of technology used to develop ordnance. Orbit technology has also been a key pillar of support for Liberl in protecting its independence as it has contended with neighboring nations. 10 years ago, when Liberl was invaded by the Erebonian Empire, it was the use of Orbital-powered airships that saved the kingdom from defeat. Consequently, even now, our relationship with the Empire is somewhat sensitive, but thanks to the Queen's political finesse, Liberl enjoys peace. Let's see, since we've got a mountain of stuff to do today, I'll let you off the hook this time with a condensed review. I'm going to speed things up now and move on to the practical portion of your training.
Shara, how is today's practical training any different from the training we've done before?
Since it's practical, that means you'll be experiencing things firsthand. Therefore, I'm going to have the both of you run through everything as if this were a real bracer job.
So what you're saying is, there won't be any more studying at a desk involved?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. This time you'll have to go out and make a physical effort to accomplish your task. I'll make sure to have you work up a sweat, so I hope you're ready.
Yes! This is seriously just what the doctor ordered. I didn't know that I was going to do...
Oh, there's so much dialogue in this game.
I didn't know what I was going to do if I had to sit another day with my tush parked at a desk. I guess I got all worried for nothing.
Well, suddenly you're all bright and cheerful, Estelle. Let's just hope that smile on your face lasts until the end of today's training. Okay, let's get cracking on your first objective, shall we?
Let's have at it.
In fact, I'm going to take a very short break and grab some water, because this is a lot of reading. So I'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Alright, we're back with a bottle full of spicy water. And we're ready to continue reading these many, many, many thousands of words. Okay.
Your first objective will be to confirm the details of the job you'll be performing. But before that, there's something we need to give both of you. Aina, are they ready?
Yes, they are.
All right, you two. Go get one of each for yourselves.
These are very important, so make sure not to lose them.
Bracer notebooks serve as the official way to record the status of all your current jobs. Also, anything you may hear, anything you may find, and where.
Spicy water is what I call sparkling water. Actually, Thiessen came up with the name.
These kinds of trivial things can often become clues. No matter how insignificant something may seem, always write it down. Understood.
Crap, this sounds like it's going to be a pain.
Oh? Please tell me it was my ears playing tricks on me, because I swear I only got one response.
I'm sure there were two.
Keeping an accurate account of all events is an important duty for all bracers. So get with the program and stop trying to make this out to be more than it really is, Estelle.
Okay, I got it.
Make sure you do. Alright then, let's begin. Look over by the door. You can see that there's a bulletin board standing there. First, I want you to go and check the job description posted there.
When the bulletin board is approached, an exclamation mark will appear. Pressing the OK button will display the job list. By selecting the job names on the list, you can view their details. Training. Retrieval. Plant. Scheherazade. 500 Mira. Direct request. This training will involve searching the sewers beneath Roland and bringing back the contents of a chest. See Scheherazade for details. Details of the job confirmed on the bulletin board and other important events will be automatically recorded in the Bracer Notebook. The Bracer Notebook can easily be found by clicking on the Books tab of the Items menu. It can also be accessed by configuring a Bracer Book shortcut button on the Configuration menu. Okay.
Very good. It looks like you were able to see what was posted without any trouble. Checking the bulletin board is one of the most basic functions a bracer performs on their job. Checking regularly to see whether or not there are any urgent tasks which need immediate attention is also an important duty for bracers.
Man, all this talk about duty is starting to cramp my style.
Sure, there are a lot of rules to follow, but there's an equal level of responsibility in the jobs themselves. I think being a bracer calls for much more than just someone with a half-hearted attitude.
I guess you're right. I just have to be more motivated.
Is that so? Had a change of heart?
Is that so? Is that a typo?
Had a change of heart, have you?
You betcha!
Well, before all that motivation sneaks off somewhere, let's get to work on your next task.
What will we be doing this time?
We'll be heading across the street to Mr. Melder's Orbital Factory and learning about how to use its services. He's graciously taken the time out of his work schedule to explain things, so make sure to be on your best behavior.
Okay.
Here's where you'll learn how to use an Orbital Factory services. In an Orbital Factory, you can modify your orbments and synthesize support quartz in order to use Orbital Arts. Arts have a wide range of effects, and if mastered, can be extremely helpful. The bracer business is a pretty risky occupation, so the Guild has a long-standing relationship with these Orbital Factories. Anyway, this is about as much as I can explain. I'll leave the technical details to the expert. So, Mr. Melders, if you wouldn't mind taking over from here?
No problem. Leave everything to me. Oh, sorry. So, what is it that you would like to know about? Orbments are mechanical devices which exhibit an array of effects through the installation of various types of quartz. By definition, that means that lights, airship engines, and so on are all types of orbments. However, the ones we'll be discussing today are battle orbments, which enhance the user's physical abilities and make it possible to use magic. Since each orbment is adjusted to match the owner's personal aptitude, the structures for those devices differ for each owner. Simply put, the shape of the fixed elemental slots and lines which connect them vary. At any rate, that's the layman's explanation. In order to install quartz, you must first have an open slot. By default, the central slot is open, but the other slots must be opened in an orbital factory like this. It'll take a fair amount of sepith, too. EP, which is needed for magic, will also see a max increase according to the number of open slots. I recommend opening them all as soon as possible. So, what is it that you'd like to know about? Alright. Simply put, orbital arts are magic, which can be discharged exclusively through the use of battle orbments. In other words, a number of peculiar effects can be produced by using the orbital energy stored within these mechanical devices. Since orbital arts can be a mouthful, they're almost universally referred to as arts. Probably ought to have been called that from the get-go. There are several types of arts, but in order to be able to use them, their corresponding quartz must blah 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 blah. Okay. This is too much. I already know how to do fighting in these games. Yeah, we know about quartz. I guess we can leave now. Oops. Ah, damn it.
It looks like Mr. Melders has answered all your questions. If there's nothing else, then let's have you both try and use the services here. For that, you're going to need some sepith. With that amount, you two should be able to synthesize a few quartz. Now, I want you to begin by first making an elemental quartz that will work with each of your particular orbits. In your case, Estelle, any elemental quartz is okay, but for you, Joshua, it has to be a time elemental quartz. Normally, to shop, you'd be able to exchange sepith for Mira, but for this training, you'll not be able to use this service.
Okay. Oh, good work so far. Alright. Hi there, looks like you two are doing well in your training. Okay. Okay, so we can't open anything new. We did it, and now... Whoa, oh, I see. So this is how we get to the notebook. Option. No, not option. Ah. Orbit. So we can give you attack 1. And that will increase your defense. Oh, and it lowers your defense. That's interesting. And we'll make you faster. And I guess that's all we need to do.
Alright, looks like we were able to synthesize one. Next, I want you to increase the arts you can use. Now install a quartz on your orbment so that you can both use recovery and attack arts.
Uh-oh. We can't do that. Alright, he can already use those. Why is this not... Huh. Why? This should be working. Both recovery and attack arts. Oh, I see. So Joshua has an attack art, so that means Estelle actually needs to have this on. Yeah, it's sort of like Materia. Yeah, I guess Materia is probably the closest thing.
Alright, it looks like you've got both recovery and attack arts set up. If you balance your arts out between each other like you've done here, it should make dealing with monsters much easier. Additionally, your bracer notebooks contain information about which quartz allow you to use which arts.
So the difference between this game and the next series is that the spells have their own quartzes. But it's sort of nice to have them together.
If you'd like to use more powerful arts, check out the arts and quartz charts in your bracer notebooks and find something that works for you. Alright, our training here is almost finished. Last of all, I'm going to have one of you open up a new slot in your ordnance. The more slots you have available to you, the broader range of choices you'll have. Since EP, which is consumed by using arts, can have its max value blah 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 blah.
Okay. Let's do that with Joshua because we're already told he's a better arts user. And let's replace this and allow him to heal. Because I get the sense that he's meant to be the magic user and Estelle's meant to be the physical attacker.
Good work on opening up a slot, Joshua. Since your central slot is limited to a certain elemental, it would be best to increase your ordnance number of open slots early on. This concludes your training here at the Orbital Factory. Now it's time to move on to what you've both been waiting for, the qualification test.
Yeah, I'm already over an hour into this game, and I still have not yet fought a battle. It's like Persona.
Pardon? Did you just say test?
You can't honestly tell me that you forgot about the test again, can you? Didn't I remind you just this morning?
Now that you mention it, I vaguely remember some sort of talk along those lines at the breakfast table.
Sometimes I fear for the future of the Bracer Guild and humanity. Oh well, no sense in worrying about that now. Let's head over to the testing area.
You mean like now?
I don't know if I'm ready for... How about a little less yapping and a little more walking?
Joshua, help me!
Mr. Melders, Freddy, thank you for all your help. Don't mention it, and good luck with that test of yours. We'll be rooting for you.
I'm gonna remember that you left me high and dry like this, Joshua.
All your training has finally come down to this. Your qualification test will begin here. I expect to see you both use what you've learned up to this point.
Understood. What's wrong, Estelle?
Shara.
What now?
I was kind of wondering, but is there not going to be a paper test or something?
Did Cassius drop you on your head as a child or something? You just read what it said on the bulletin board not that long ago, right?
Yeah, and?
And I even made you jot down what you read in your bracer notebooks, unless you forgot that too. I'm pretty sure the job listing mentions searching for and retrieving an item from the sewers. Ringing any bells yet?
Oh, what a relief. Oh, divine Idios, I give thanks to thee for thy infinite grace in bestowing upon us such a wonderful gift as sewers.
So, what you're really saying is that you thought it was a paper test? No wonder you were acting all crazy back at the Orbital Factory.
I can already feel the nostalgia. All those horrible days stuck in a classroom are starting to feel like grand memories indeed.
I'm really starting to wonder if we'll even be able to graduate at all.
What's wrong with you? Why do you have to go and say something like that when I'm just trying to reminisce about positive things?
Alright, that's enough jabbering, you two.
Really? Jesus.
This is supposed to be a test, so how about the both of you try at least a little? Try to at least look a little anxious. Just so you know, though, if you do happen to flunk this test, you don't even want to imagine the kind of homework I have in store for the both of you.
We'll be fine. Just tell us what you want us to do and let us loose.
Well, if you're so confident, then how about you proving that you're not just blowing hot air with the results of your test? Anyway, as you both saw on the bulletin board, this test will be a search conducted in Roland's sewers. Your objective is to retrieve the contents of a chest which has been placed somewhere within that area. The layout of the sewers is extremely simple, so you don't need to worry about getting lost either. However, there are real living, breathing monsters down there, so if you get careless and let down your guard, you will be sorry. Also, let me give you this before I forget.
Ooh. What's this book for?
It's called a monster guide, and it's used to record information about the monsters and other opponents you meet. Whenever you figure out an enemy's attributes, you should make an immediate note of it in here.
Sounds pretty straightforward to me. He who controls the flow of information controls the tide of battle, right?
That's exactly what I'm saying. You really got a good head on your shoulders, Joshua.
That's some pretty useful advice. Thanks for the tip, Shara.
We'll put it to good use.
Alrighty then, let's get pumped and knock out this test.
Let's. Don't forget, though, this is an exam. We should make sure we treat it as such. Oh, are we done with test? Text? I could use a break from reading. Wait a minute, Estelle. There appears to be a recovery point over there. We should use it if our HP or EP become low. Cool. So the interesting thing about these games is there are no save points. You can save anywhere, but you can restore yourself at these things. So, in effect, they seem like a reasonable place to save. Boy, I really want to use the L and R buttons for this, but...
Monsters at 12 o'clock.
Be careful not to let them take advantage of your blind side.
Got it.
Okay, so this is just Mother style. Engage them from ahead or behind. Can we not use arts? I guess it hasn't let us... hasn't unlocked it yet. I see. Is he in range? No. These things don't attack.
Good to go.
Hey, he has a voice! Huh. So it turns off the map in the dungeon? That's interesting.
Here comes some more.
Depending on the enemy, some physical attacks may be ineffective. Let's use arts, not physical attacks.
Okay.
Nice.
Alright, we rule!
It's actually pretty close to my guess. Let's see what we have here. Alright, seems good enough. Set S-Break, we don't have. Okay. Which are basically limit breaks. Looks like they're even more like limit breaks in this game than they are in Cold Steel. Estelle, let's try using crafts this time around. Since crafts have other effects besides just dealing out damage, they're worth a shot.
Roger that!
Come on!
Come on!
I actually really like the battle system in these games. The difference between arts and crafts.
That's that then. Let's move out.
Good job, kids. I'm not sure what those icons are at the bottom. Can't get through here. This is where we came from, right? Yeah, okay. It's weird that we have no access to the map in the dungeon. I guess that's just a choice.
Oh, what a surprise. Another creepy thing. I wish there were an easier way to take care of them.
One blow using an S-Craft or an S-Break should do the trick for just about any enemy. Catch is, our CP has to be at least 100 to pull off one of those moves. Okay.
Here I
Oh, it was a single attack? Boo.
Let's do this.
Okay, yeah, may as well just attack. Ah! I know it says tier, but I always want to say tear.
piece of cake.
Which is a different kind of spell, obviously. Juicy bone. Okay. Oh. Can't change the camera angle. Interesting.
So that's the treasure chest we're after, huh? If we made it this far, the rest is gonna be a piece of cake.
Seems like we've got a little breathing room at least. Let's pay close attention to our battle order this time. There should be a number of ways to get more mileage out of our actions. Okay, battle order bonuses, cool. Who do we speed up? I guess Joshua.
Ouchie.
Oh, that's a long spell effect. Do we want to bother speeding her up? No, probably not. Probably need to, let's see. Heal you. Oh, shit. It defaults to the last thing you did? Not what I wanted to do. I don't recall seeing that as a changeable option in the options menu either, so that's kind of annoying. Oops, almost did it again. Alright, it'll be faster to use arts. We did
Good to
it!
go.
Small box.
That's weird. There's a couple of boxes inside the treasure chest. The fact that there's not just one but two is kind of interesting too. Wonder what's inside.
Remember, Estelle, our mission is to search and retrieve only. I'm pretty sure looking inside those boxes doesn't fall under our mission objective.
You're no fun at all, Joshua. This has nothing to do with our mission. It's what I like to call good, honest curiosity. You know, we're the only ones down here. We can get away with a teensy-weensy peek, right?
If you feel like flunking today's test, then by all means, be my guest.
Did you just say the F word?
Yep. Opening up one of those boxes could result in an automatic fail for the both of us. If this were a real job, the contents of those boxes would belong to the client. As long as they're nothing illegal, we would have no right to open them.
I know you're right, Joshua, but I just can't help myself.
You absolutely have to know what's inside. Why not ask Miss Shara when we get back? But for now, we need to focus on getting out of here.
All right.
Oh, is there anything down here? No, we already left. Oh, let's use the charging station. All right. Good work, you two. As a rule of training, I'm going to need to confirm the items in your possession. Yep, they're the real deal, all right. I don't see any evidence of tampering either.
That was a close one.
I figured she'd try to set us up like that. Congratulations to the both of you. You've successfully passed your qualification test.
You didn't really think something that simple would be a problem for us, did you?
Oh, Shira, what's in those boxes you had us get?
That's for me to know and you to find out after your training is finished. That's enough chit-chat for now, so let's get back to work. You two still have some things left to do.
Seriously? But didn't you just say that we passed the test?
You still have to learn about how to report the results of your work. I'm aware that you're both tired, but this is no time to shirk your duties. Let's get back to the guild.
When is this date gonna be over? Oh well, no sense in giving up when the finish line's in sight.
Agreed. Seems like we're within reaching distance of our goal. Your final training is how to report to the guild. Whenever you finish a job, it's your duty to report the results of your work to the guild. Reporting on how you resolved the situation and the steps you took to get there are all part of your job as a bracer. You can report your results to the front desk in each guild branch, as long as you already know by now. Ayana's in charge here at the Roland branch. In addition, this is where you'll be paid for your work.
I look forward to seeing great things from the both of you.
Now that we're here, why don't you both go ahead and report the results of today's training? Oops. Whoa! Gained BP. Current rank is Junior Bracer 9th class. Good job, you two. It seems like you were able to complete the objective without running into any major problems. Another thing to take note of is that depending on how you handle a job, you may see an increase or decrease in the amount of pay you receive. When you report the results of your work to the guild, pay in the form of Mira isn't the only thing you'll receive. You'll also accumulate points, which are known as BP or Bracer points. They're an indication of your status and your achievements as a Bracer. When these points exceed a certain value, you'll advance in rank as a Bracer and be awarded with a piece of special equipment by the guild. The ranks of Junior Bracer start out at 9 and go all the way up to 1. Please set your sights on making first rank and work hard. The amount of Mira and BP you receive will also be recorded in your Bracer notebooks, blah blah blah. All that's left now is to finalize your training. Let's head back upstairs, shall we? I'll talk to you later, Aina. Sorry about putting more work on your plate today than usual.
Don't worry about it. Training new bracers is important for the future of the guild. I fully intend to work these two to the bone in any case. To the bone?
And knowing Shira, it'll involve the whip. Let me say it again. Good work, you two. You've now officially completed the entire training course. From now on, you'll be learning from your own real-world experience. Well then.
Aren't those boxes the ones?
In answer to your question, yes. These are the boxes you retrieved during today's test. You seem awfully curious to find out what's inside, Estelle.
Are you saying it's okay if we open them?
That's right. Why don't both of you have a look and see what's inside?
Sweet!
Alright, let's have a look. Woo!
This crest is...
So does that mean we're... Estelle Bright, Joshua Bright. Beginning this day at 1500 hours, you are both hereby appointed as junior bracers within the Bracer Guild. From here on, you'll work as members of the Bracer Guild to support the livelihood of those around you, defend peace, and uphold justice. Congratulations, you two, and welcome into the fold.
Did you hear that, Joshua? We've become members of the Bracer Guild.
So I'm a bracer now, huh? I think the realization is only just now beginning to sink in. It just happened.
Come on, Joshua. You should be jumping for joy, running around and screaming at the top of your lungs like this. Look at us now, world! We did it!
I was happy until you made my eardrums bleed. I hate to interrupt the celebrations, Estelle, but I need to take off now. I have some backed up work that needs my immediate attention.
We understand. You've been spending a lot of extra hours working with us during the busy time for the guild. Before you head out, Shara, I just wanted to say thanks.
Likewise, I appreciate all the trouble you've gone through for us, Shara. Don't mention it. Training new recruits is one of Embracer's many duties. Believe it or not, I was once in your shoes a long time ago when your father Cassius trained me.
So that's why you have so much respect for my dad, huh?
There's actually more to it than that, but I'll save that conversation for another day. As for the both of you, work hard to become full-fledged bracers early on so you can help guide those new recruits who come in after yourselves. And in time, I hope to see you both become respectable bracers like your father. Anyway, I'll leave you with that thought.
I just don't get it.
Get what?
This is Charizard, the Silver Streak, one of the most skilled young bracers we're talking about. So why is it that she holds Dad in such high esteem? He just seems like nothing more than a no-good middle-aged man who's always out doing who knows what instead of being a father.
No good middle-aged man, huh? From your viewpoint, it doesn't come as a surprise you would see him in that fashion.
Huh?
Never mind. Let's hurry and head home. We should let Dad know that we qualified as junior bracers.
Right! Congratulations! You two are now official members of the Bracer Guild. From now on, I'm going to be passing jobs out to you like candy. Bring it on is all I have to say.
I look forward to working with the guild. Hi there, Estelle and Joshua.
Oh, hi, Ridge.
Looks like your training is over, isn't it? I'm humbled to know that you two are the youngest ever to pass the bracer exam. I look forward to working with you in the same capacity. Ourselves as well. I have to get back to work now, but if there's something you don't understand, give me a holler. Can we do another job? No. Oh, is that Luke?
Hurry up and come on! Well, wait for me, Luke. Huh? Oh, it's you two. Oh, great, it's Estelle. Hi there, Joshua. Okay, you little twerp. What's with the "oh great, it's Estelle" remark? And what's the big hurry? How about telling us where you're headed? You're not thinking about wandering out of town alone, are you? The roads are full of monsters, I hope you know. You're such a pest, Estelle. Don't you know that there's no room for girls to be sticking their big fat noses in boys' business? Quit acting like you're a bracer, you wannabe. How wrong you are, Luke. How incredibly wrong. You're more wrong than a fool who thinks there's better tasting milk in the burrow than the milk that comes from the Purcell farm. What? No way. You're full of it, Estelle. In fact, as of just a few minutes ago, we qualified to become real bracers. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Real bracers.
More like bracers in training, really. Don't think you should be getting on your high horse just yet, Estelle. Now, high pony, on the other hand.
Quit being a killjoy. Wow, you two are great. I'm so happy for the both of you. Oh, Pat, you're such a good little boy. Unlike that smart aleck and cynical brat you call a friend. This isn't fair. I was supposed to become a bracer first. I can accept that Joshua became a bracer before me, but getting past with the likes of Estelle... What's the likes of Estelle supposed to mean? Just so you know, you can't even be a bracer until you're 16 years old. Get it? Only mature people allowed. And that means no little kids who are still going to Sunday school.
I don't know how I should put this, Estelle, but Sunday school is dying to have you back.
You better watch out, Estelle. I'm gonna go train my secret base, and before you know it, I'm gonna be a bracer too. Come on, Pat, let's go. Alright, I'm coming. See you later, Estelle. Bye, Joshua. That boy, Luke, he's always trying to pick a fight with me. I wonder if he just plain hates me or something.
Or rather, I think it's the exact opposite.
What do you mean by that?
Don't worry about it. It's just a boy thing. At any rate, what do you think Luke meant when he said secret base? I don't know why, but somehow it makes me a bit curious.
I know exactly what you mean. A secret base sounds really intriguing. The pure heart of a young child can be so inspiring at times.
That's not really what I meant by curious. Alright, can we buy the newspaper? Hey there, Estelle and Joshua. How can I help you? Did you manage to become bracers?
You bet we did. Maybe I should have you start calling me Hyper Bracer Estelle from now on.
By the way, Mr. Renan, did the Liberal news come in? Yeah, it came in a little after noon.
Don't brush me off like that, you two. Whatever. I'll take one copy then.
That comes to 100 mira, please.
I know my dad always buys a copy of this magazine, but does it really sell that well?
It sure does. The Liberal News has an excellent reporter and camera woman who's done a great job reporting the latest and most reliable news. They're even supposed to have a running story related to Queen Alicia's birthday celebration. One more thing before you go. This gift is my way of saying congratulations. It's a free sample item I received with my shipment of goods, but don't hold the free part against me.
What's this supposed to be for? There's a ton of blank pages.
It's a recipe book, isn't it? You got it. When you get hurt fighting, if you just limit yourself to healing bulbs all the time, it's going to cut pretty deep into your wallets. This is where a recipe book comes into play. If you eat food to recover your strength instead, it's basically free. Assuming you have all the ingredients anyway. So if you eat something new, write down what's in it. You'll have lots of recipes in no time. So how about we try this out? Go ahead and eat this cookie, Estelle. Oh, so this is how you get recipes in this game. I have to say, this is probably less inconvenient than the way it works in Cold Steel, where you have to actually catch people at the right time.
Well, I have made it a personal rule never to turn down sweets.
Basically, all you have to do is eat the food to learn the recipe. It's as simple as that. As you're traveling about, you should eat whatever food you come across that you haven't had an opportunity to try before. Well, that sounds pretty convenient.
It's not that I don't like cooking at all, it's just that I never seem to get any better. I'd sure love to be able to increase my repertoire and really shock my dad's taste buds for once in my life.
That's the spirit. And in passing, if you're in need of any ingredients, I'd be delighted to service your cooking needs.
You really know how to solicit your customers, Mr. Renan.
Thanks for the recipe book. We'll put it to good use. Okay, so we can go over to the restaurant right now. Oh, what's that emblem on your chest? Congratulations, you two. You finally become bracers, huh?
Thanks.
Estelle, you're way too proud of yourself.
Why do you always have to ruin the moment, Joshua? I should be this happy because I earned it. You should at least let me bask in the glory for a minute.
Sometimes you can just be so... But Estelle, now that you've become a bracer, you're gonna have to get over your little, problem with orbital arts.
And you two, why do you have to go and spoil my day by saying things like that?
If you have any other business needs, don't forget to stop by. Can we get anything? Ooh, yeah, we can buy new stuff. Okay. AP1 plus 5, blah, blah, blah. Oh, we don't... Okay. Maybe we actually can't... Oh, we can do that. Yeah, okay, let's get that. So we'll actually need to open her slot. Which sounds dirty. But we don't have the necessary Sepith.
The orbits we see today are built using the structure of a clock. Therefore, even old technicians such as myself can tinker with some of their parts. When it comes to these quartz circuits, however, I'm a bit out of my league. I don't know who invented these things, but they're extremely complicated little machines.
I've confessed to her several times since this morning, but I can't get her to accept my love. It doesn't seem like she hates me or anything. What am I doing wrong?
I'm so distressed. He's my type, and I'd like to accept his proposal, but this place is not my ideal situation. Is the place or whatever really that important? Of course it is! This could be the memory of a lifetime. It may be the place that comes to my mind when I'm an old grandma and lying on my deathbed. I just can't accept an alleyway like this being that place.
I guess this type of thing can only be understood by those involved. Alright, so everybody's little storylines have updated. I think to save my voice, I just can't voice every NPC. So I'm just going to do it sometimes, I guess. Actually, it feels wrong not to read them.
My son Pat has been missing since this morning. I hope he's not getting into any trouble with Luke. I'm worried about what he's up to.
Thanks to the airliners in recent days, even Roland has been able to get a good selection of books. And thanks to that, I find myself compelled to buy a new one each time I head to the store. But I get yelled at by my wife for getting so many, so maybe I should cut back a bit. I've only got the first chapter of this novel, so if you want, I'll give it to you.
Oh, nice. So that's why you have to talk to everybody.
Just when I thought Luke had come home, he took off out the door again. I told the boy that dinner was almost ready, too. That boy's always running around like his pants are on fire. He just can't sit still for 2 minutes.
Estelle, let's head home. We should let Dad know that we're qualified as junior bracers.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, no you didn't. Okay, seems like somehow I'll be able to get the lumbar I wanted. Simon, our septium purchases are going to go through fine, right? Since I spared no effort in coming all the way to Roland, failure is not an option.
Let's see. I've made contacts with some of the people at the Amalgamine, but we're working out a few business details at the moment. But please wait just a little longer. Really? You've completely finished with your training? Yay! We finally finished, Alyssa! I'm officially a real bracer. Well, congratulations, Estelle. You've always wanted to be a bracer ever since you were a kid, haven't you? But don't bracers have a lot of dangerous jobs? Yeah, something like that. Joshua, Estelle, don't overdo it, and watch out for each other. Estelle has this tendency to get in over her head.
That's a very good observation, Alyssa. The only problem is that Estelle doesn't realize this herself.
Huh. I'm standing right here, you guys. Joshua and I just care about you, Estelle, that's all. Anyway, don't get too full of yourself and end up getting hurt, okay? Okay.
Crunch, snack, slurp.
My son-in-law is still half a man when it comes to this business. This isn't an easy job, and it takes a good 2 to 3 years to become a real woodsman.
Woo, learned wholesome pasta. No, I'm trying to talk to him.
In my opinion, there are two kinds of enjoyment that come from food. Put bluntly, they're eating and cooking. I think my passion for cooking outweighs the other. Of course, I enjoy eating delicious food as well. The joy of eating and the joy of cooking. Well, it's going to be expensive to learn how to make all this food.
Well, Estelle, I haven't seen you around here for a while, except for earlier this morning. It's been some time since you graduated from Sunday school, right? Did you say hi to Alyssa? She started helping around here not too long ago. Please visit her if you have some time. She's been wanting to see you. It's such a warm day today, isn't it? It looks like we'll be able to take a nice afternoon nap. Oh, kitty! Oh no. Stop. Okay. So let's go around and talk to people again. Wah. Oh, we've already been in here. Yeah. Boy, it's really hitting home how wordy these games are, now that I'm reading every word aloud. Not the Orbital Factory. Not the Guild. Good afternoon!
Hey there, Estelle and Joshua. So how'd your training go? That emblem on your chest means I shouldn't have expected anything less from Cassius's kids.
But we're still bracers in training.
I see, but, well, I knew you were going to have to give up your part-time job here sooner or later.
Yeah, I'm really sorry about that.
Don't sweat it. I knew it'd happen eventually when I hired you on. It's a shame, though. There's hardly anyone out there with as good an eye for weapons as you. But that's the path you've chosen, so get out there and show us what you're made of. Joshua, I'm sad to see you go. Yeah.
We do not have that much money. Hello there, Joshua and Estelle.
Stella, listen to this. I finally became a bracer.
My goodness, is that true? And Joshua too? Yes, ma'am, that's right. Congratulations to the both of you. You did wonderfully. But one thing, Estelle. You shouldn't be proud just because you became a bracer. This is just the starting point.
I understand that.
The two of you will experience a lot of new things as bracers, and I hope that I can be proud of the fact that this is the path you chose in the coming years. But enough about my feelings. Please work hard and good luck. Okay, so I'm guessing the little hidden quest that we have.
Estelle, Joshua, am I glad I found you two. Oh, hi, Ina.
Is something wrong? You seem to be in quite a hurry. Oh my god. More than all 3 Lord of the Rings books?
We've got a bit of a problem. Is your father at home today? Yes, he is. He said something about having to sort out a bunch of documents. But what's going on?
You know Luke and Pat, right?
Sure we do. In fact, we saw them not that long ago.
What's wrong? Are they in some sort of trouble?
I don't know how to say this, but I just heard from Uni that Luke and Pat ran off to the tower that lies on the northern outskirts of Roland. You mean the Tower of Esmelas? Isn't that supposed to be a breeding ground for monsters? That's what they say. Unfortunately, at the moment, Sherazard is out on bracer business, so I want you to ask your father to bring the boys home safely.
What are you talking about? There's no time for that. Joshua and I will just go after them and bring them back. I don't know if that's such a good idea. The two of you are only just qualified to be junior bracers today.
With all due respect, I believe that Estelle's judgment is correct in this situation. If the two of us hurry, we may even be able to catch up with the boys before they reach the tower.
I understand. I'll take responsibility for whatever happens. As an emergency request from the Bracer Guild, I ask that you lose no time in bringing about the safe return of those children.
Roger that.
Understood.
The Esmalus Tower can be reached by taking the western path at the junction along the Malga Trail. You can get onto the Malga Trail through Roland's northwest gate. I'll be on standby at the guild, so if you run into any trouble, you know where to find me. This is our first real job. Come on, Joshua. We don't have any time to lose.
I'm right behind you. Okay, let's finish looking around and talking to people, I guess.
A beautiful sound as always. I love the toll of this tower bell. This bell does more than tell the time. It's also marking Roland's history.
We've got an unusual guest staying here at the moment. She appears to be a student from the Janus Royal Academy. I've heard she's come here to study about Roland. Is she actually in the building or not? Ah,
I finally arrived here in Roland. I think the first thing I've got to do is have a look around.
alright. We've been to the shops. Okay, so we need to go to the mayor's house and stop by the chapel. Estelle, you seem to be rather cheerful today. Did something wonderful happen in your life? Yeah, I guess you could say that. Joyous occasions are indeed a wonderful thing. But it is at times when things go well that we should gird up our loins for the trials that lie ahead. O goddess Idios of the firmament, please guide these unseasoned youths.
I'm a newly assigned sister to this chapel. I was recently transferred from the royal city to Roland. This place is surrounded by greenery and everyone in town is so kind. I think I'm going to enjoy it here. Father Divine is a bit strict, but he is someone I can respect a lot.
I missed talking to her at the beginning of the game. Or did I? No, I guess I did. Oops. Ah, perspective change.
The missus sometimes helps me with my jobs around the house. On top of that, she treats me like I'm part of the family. She even took me out to eat the other day. I couldn't be happier. Lita takes care of all the housework, but I feel a little awkward about it. I often end up doing some of it myself. I'm sure it's because I used to do it all myself before coming to live at this house. It appears like I'm taking Lita's job away, so I wonder if I'm causing her any trouble.
Do 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 do.
Compared to other cities, Roland is certainly rural with no distinct features. However, I love this city. There's something warm and inviting about Roland. I want to build a city that gives importance to that atmosphere.
Yeah, you were right, Jizo. These chests really look like you can open them, but you can't. I've always been frustrated by decorative chests in games. Like, why would you make a chest that nobody can open? Oops. Ah. I will say this perspective is slightly confusing if it doesn't line up with the map, but I found that having the map rotate was more confusing. So I guess most of the time I just need to face up. Face north? Whatever. Okay, so that's pretty much everywhere in town, eh? Oh no, I guess there's this area over here. Oops. Oh, so it won't let us go home. Interesting. Oh yeah, okay, we've talked to them. Oh no, don't make us talk to you again. Okay. Uni should be back at any time now, but it's odd of her not to be home by now. Estelle Joshua, if you see my Uni, could you not tell her to go home? She's never broken curfew before, but I'm worried because she's still just a little girl. I guess she's with Pat and Luke, probably.
It's almost time for my husband to come home from work. I'd better get to work on preparing dinner.
I've already started dinner for the night. I'm making plenty, so hopefully
My husband will come home today. Staying overnight at the mine and working through the night is pretty common for him.
Yeah, I guess that is a woman.
I love my daddy so much. He's so strong. He's always nice to me. Hey, Estelle and Joshua. Is it true that you really became bracers? You're always one of the first to hear everything, aren't you, Claire? This is just what I expected. I saw the potential in you both way back. Yep. If you're gonna get out there and earn a lot of success, right? I like Scheherazad's adult charm, but I'm partial to both you and Joshua. Huh?
I'll take that as a compliment. I'm not quite sure I understood that, and part of it was my poor reading of the line. Alright, okay, now we're done. We can move on. Back attack! Oh, those are cute. They're like... Are they cats or wolves? Flying feline. Ah, she can't reach. I should have checked that first.
That's that then. Let's move out.
Yay! Yay, I also get a break from reading dialogue for a while. It was a bit of an adjustment to, when I started streaming, to talking this much at a stretch. It had been many years since I lectured. And in stand-up, of course, you only talk for like 5 minutes at a time. Does this plant not do anything? I kind of like the knockback effect.
Team rule.
Okay, so in outdoor areas, you can check the map, just not in dungeons. So I guess the difference between this and Cold Steel is that the enemies don't notice you, they just have their movement patterns, at least so far.
That's that then.
Alright, time to
Let's
save
move
up
out.
that CP. Haha. Ow. Darn. Yeesh. Uh-oh.
I'm sorry.
Bad news.
All right, we're good to go.
Forestel! I don't want to have to use my only reviving bomb. Let's head back to town. And stay at the inn, I guess. Uh... Oh, 20? That's fine. Alright, let's try this again. Oh. Luscious chocolate skin and captivating ruby eyes. Scheherazad's quite the exotic beauty, wouldn't you say? She's got that fascinating charm that people in the world don't have.
Alan's off in his little world again.
I've actually gone drinking with Scheherazade before. The strange thing is, I have absolutely no memory of that time. Maybe I should try and ask her out again. There were no cute girls on the flight this morning. I guess all I can do now is look forward to the flight this afternoon.
I'm proud of the work I do here. That's because I've always wanted to work on orbital engines ever since I can remember. Right now I work in maintenance, but in the future my dream is to be involved in airship design. I didn't realize this was a place we could go. Alright, this time let's not die. Oops. Shiver. I probably could have used that on the other one. Well.
Piece of cake.
All right, we're good to go.
Alright, so that was fine. It's just when there were two of them that it seemed to be a problem. Oh, I can't believe I did that again. It's a single attack. I think everything we have is a single attack. Okay, if it's focusing its power, then I think we should get it out of the way here.
All right, we're good to go.
Okay, so this time we're gonna be a little smarter. And oh, she's fully healed. Okay. Oh, this is a big group.
Good. Now, if we take that down in one hit, we should be in significantly less danger. What can you do craft-wise? Oh, no, we don't like that. Oh, I should have used morale. Oh, well.
That's that then. Let's move out.
And we found a reviving bomb. Okay, good. I'm not going to heal Joshua just yet. Okay, so what have we got? Okay, so we need to go left to get to the tower. But we'll just see if there's any enemies that we can bonk on our way to the other direction here. Alright, we got this going again. Nope. Oh, I should have done morale. Always forget. Okay, that's good. Good job.
All right, we rule.
Well, maybe I'll wait to use those. Okay, we won't heal Estelle for now. Wait. Oh, I see. Oops.
Come on.
Come on!
Ouchie.
Come on.
Oh, shit sticks. I really... Oh, god damn it. I really hate that it defaults to the last thing you did.
All right, we're good to go.
Alright, fuck it. I'm gonna use my revival bomb. If it hadn't been for the fucking interface, I wouldn't have died.
Let's move out.
Ah. Why are they so insistent on attacking her? Oh my god. Should probably try to get better equipment.
All right, we're good to go.
Oh, there's quite a lot of enemies over here. But I am not averse to a little grinding. Oof. Why does everything go after her? Oh, that was not the one I wanted.
That's that. Let's move out.
Oh. I guess because she leveled? Oh, that's gonna get a critical. Oh, at least you attacked Joshua for once. Oh, bad, 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 bad.
I'm sorry.
Alright, clearly we are not strong enough for this little part of the path. Oh, shit. Gotta run away. Alright, let's go back. The game clearly does not want us to be there yet. Ah, shit.
That's that then. Let's move it.
See if we can get some more armor. Not what I wanted to do. Alright, let's head over to the armory here. Leave ourselves with 20. Hi, Aragorn. Yeah, I'm excited to be playing this. I'm gonna leave ourselves with 20 of everything. And see if we can't... I actually just finished Trails of Cold Steel yesterday. And moved on to Cold Steel 2. But I thought for the stream it would be good to... check out the beginning of the series. Oh boy, that's expensive. Alright, you know what? Okay, so you can't equip from the shop. And we can give you an armor vest. And sell. I don't know why they started out wearing leather vests unless they're into some kind of fetish thing. Alright, so now we should at least be able to more reasonably continue on the next, on our little quest. Oops, wrong place. And let's just head straight there this time, because I want to finish this little side quest before we end for the day. Oops. Oh, damn it. I realized that was out of range.
That's that then. Let's move out.
Let's move out. So, out of curiosity, Aragorn, does this game really want you to grind? This is my first opportunity to do grinding, so I'm not sure exactly how much is expected of me. Okay. Does this have secret quests in the way that Cold Steel does? Or if I'm conscientious, will I not miss anything? Okay. Not that I wasn't planning on talking to everybody every time I can anyway, because that's clearly how you play these games, but I didn't want to have to play with a guide. And maybe I won't anyway, and just try and do my best. No? Oh, I hate that it defaults to the last thing you did. I really wish I could turn that off.
Alright, we're good to go.
Did you turn it off, or was it not in the PSP version? I'm gonna see if that's an option I can turn off. Nope. Damn, that's too bad. Like, I see no purpose to have a game default to command memory. Yeah, that would be useful, I guess. Nice! Full defense. We love to see it. Boy, she does a lot more damage with that weapon.
We're good to go.
It's the tower.
It looks like we've come all the way to Ismella's tower. I didn't see any sign of them along the trail, so do you think they wandered inside?
It's quite likely that's the case. Let's go in. It looks like we'll need to hurry.
Right.
Babby Dungeon.
It's dark in here. I'm scared. Quit being a baby. We're only on the first floor of this place. Did you hear that? They really did come in here.
Estelle, you alright?
Luke! Pat! If you can hear me, answer me now! Those little brats. Are they pretending they can't hear me?
They might have climbed up to the second floor. Let's hurry and see if we can find them. But we just heard them saying that they're on the first floor. Okay, so you're not allowed to have a map in these places. But this one will allow me to...
What are we gonna do? Somebody help!
Does this matter?
Let's go, Joshua!
Right, I've got your back.
You monsters go somewhere else! No! Shoo! Shoo! Leave us alone! Estelle, what are you doing here? Joshua, you're here too. Get back, you two! These monsters aren't playing around.
We'll take care of them. Protect all NPCs. Oh, that's new.
Come on.
Whoa, had a little bit of a connection problem there. I think it's resolved itself now. Sorry about that.
All right. We rule.
It looks like that's that.
Yeah, I'm glad everyone's safe too. By the way, that was great timing the way you blitzed those monsters, Estelle.
You really think so? Is it safe now? Oh man, that was awesome. You really showed them, Estelle. Not bad for a girl. You little twerp. Ow, that hurts. What are you trying to do to me? What's wrong with you? You even dragged poor Pat all the way up here against his will. It's time to think about what you did today. Oh, you're hurting me. Stop it. I said stop it, you violent she-devil. So this is the thanks I get for saving your neck, huh? Looks like it's time to give you some of my special discipline. Oh. All right, Estelle, I'm sorry. Everything was all my fault. Estelle, shouldn't we forgive each other like they teach at school? This brat doesn't need forgiveness, but a little discipline should do the trick.
Estelle, behind you!
It's something with teeth, isn't it? Nice monster?
Boss time. I'm not gonna make it in time.
Huh?
Dad, you came!
You lack skill and understanding, Estelle. You must always prepare for unseen danger by sharpening your senses. That's part of what it means to be a bracer.
Dad? What are you doing here?
I just happened to be in town and heard this whole story from Aina. I'll give you points for your quick thinking and taking action to come after the children. But you failed to follow through completely.
I really messed up, didn't I?
It's a good thing you showed up when you did. I'm sorry, I should have been watching your back.
That just means you have room for improvement. Constantly working to overcome your weak spots is the key.
Understood.
So, how about we head home, everyone? Can you boys walk?
I think so. That was incredible, Mr. Bright. You were like a gazillion times more awesome than Estelle.
Of course I was. I'm her father. Alright, everyone, let's file on out of here.
I'm with you, Mr. Bright.
Who's the glory hog now? I mean, I guess I should be thankful that Dad saved my behind. But why does he have to go and take all the credit like that? It really chaps my hide.
That's just the way he is. After all, he is Cassius Bright.
It seems like you've had quite a day.
Dad is just unbelievable. The second we get back to Roland, he says, "I'll leave the reporting to you," and takes off for home. The sheer nerve, I tell you.
There's no need to make a mountain out of a molehill over it. At least the boys came back safe and sound. Anyway, I think that's all there is to report.
You did well for your first assignment. From the details of your report alone, I believe I can commend you both for a job well done. You should be proud of yourselves.
You really think so?
I know so. In fact, you'll do even better on your next job. If anything else comes up, I'd appreciate your help again.
Sure.
How about we head home too?
I guess we'd better.
I've still got dinner to prepare.
Would you mind holding on a second? A letter arrived for your father just a little while ago. Unfortunately, since he went straight home, I never got a chance to give it to him. Do you think you could deliver it instead?
I wonder if it's more work-related stuff.
I imagine so. The letter appears to be from one of our foreign branches.
One of the guild's foreign branches.
As I'm sure you already know by now, Liberl isn't the only country where the Bracer Guild exists. On top of that, your father is widely known all across the Sumerian continent, so we can expect these kinds of letters from time to time. If you two would be so kind as to make sure that he gets this letter, I'd really appreciate it.
Alright, so time has moved on again, which means we can talk to more people. And I actually don't think I want to continue the plot. Oops. Somehow I did the fast forward, but I'm not sure how I did it. Odd. So we'll just run around and talk to people.
I've heard that you had some major success recently, Estelle and Joshua. I knew I was right to keep my eye on you two. Keep up the good work. I'm a fan of both of you.
And then we can, That reminds me, I heard a new lode was discovered in the Malga mine. This may be something to look forward to. And then we can start off with the next plot segment on the next section of the game. Or on the next stream, rather. Simon, it was certainly worth coming here to do business this time. Seems as though I'll be able to stock up on Septium as planned. Might even be worth staying in Roland a little longer.
Welcome, you two. Stop by and have a bite to eat every once in a while, okay? If I ask my mom and dad, I can probably get you a free meal.
Oh, hey there, Estelle and Joshua.
Ridge!
It looks like you had a pretty rough first day. Was everything alright without Cassius being around? The chef here makes good use of his ingredients to really bring out that hometown flavor. Roland has a lot of farms, right? Personally, I recommend our vegetarian menu. Whew, we're busy. This is the time this place gets the most crowded. After I finish with these orders, I'll need to get ready for tomorrow.
Let's see, that should be about it with the accounting for today. I better get ready to close up shop for the day.
He has been eating literally all day.
I'll get back to work after this next drink, or maybe the drink after that.
Luke is naughty as all get out these days. Just when I thought he was late getting home, it turns out he ran off to Esmeralda's tower. It's a good thing those bracers went after him like they did, or who knows what might have happened. I just wanted to say I'm grateful that you saved us, and I hate to admit it, but you were pretty cool, Estelle. Not as cool as your dad, of course. I've made up my mind. I'm gonna be a bracer too.
Good for you, Luke.
Thanks for saving us today, Estelle. I wonder what would have happened to us if Joshua hadn't come. Luke might grumble and say some mean things, but I'm sure he's really grateful to you, Estelle. Please don't get too angry with him.
I finally found the book I was looking for. I wonder why it was shelved with Pat's books. Do you know about the 4 massive towers that exist in the Burl Kingdom? They're really old, and it was written in a book that they might somehow be related to an ancient civilization. Things from ancient civilizations sure do grab the imagination, don't they?
Of all the things Pat could have done, he ran off outside of town. Even after I told him so many times how dangerous it is because of the roaming monsters. I'm gonna have to have my husband give him a talking to later. Maybe this family really needs to sit down and talk things out.
How are the lovebirds doing? Oh, not over here.
Oh, it's this late already. Guess it's time to close up shop. You kids quit loitering around here and get yourselves home, you hear me?
If you're aiming to become a first-class bracer, mastering orbital arts will probably be essential. You get a number of bracers stopping by the shop. They always modify their orbments after checking them first. How are we doing on... Okay, since we sold off all our Sepith, we basically don't have any. But... Oh, we can afford a new weapon. For Joshua, so let's grab that. Oh, it's already that time again. I put in a good day's work today. I guess it's about time I closed up shop. Estelle, Joshua, I'm looking forward to hearing about all the other great things from you. About other great things from you. Should I buy new boots or should I hold out? I think I'll hold out for the better boots. Nope. Ah, dicks.
Hey, Joshua.
Huh?
Do you think I'm really cut out to be a bracer?
Well, you seem to have inherited your father's skill with his staff. Your nosy personality doesn't let you ignore someone in distress.
Really? You think so?
Sure, but why are you asking? You still thinking about what happened back at the tower?
Yeah. Because of my carelessness, Luke almost got caught in the middle of a dangerous situation. If Dad hadn't come when he did, he could have been seriously injured. I guess I'm just worried about whether or not I'll be able to stay on top of things in the future.
That kind of talk doesn't sound like the Estelle I know.
Huh?
If we fail today, then all that's left to do is take back our losses tomorrow, right? Overthinking and worrying about things that haven't happened yet is definitely not like you. Isn't being a bracer what you've always dreamed of? How can you expect to succeed if you let something like what happened today discourage you?
Joshua, you're right. This isn't like me at all.
I don't think a serious expression really suits your face either. You laughing like a big ditz is far more natural for you.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean? You're gonna see my angry expression if you keep that up.
Okay, I admit that last comment was pushing things a bit.
I'll overlook it this time, and thanks for cheering me up. I don't know about you, but I'm so ready to get home and eat. My stomach just started growling like a bear.
Maybe glutton is closer to the mark than ditz. Alright, I was not done wandering around town. However, we are out of time for today. So I'm going to save the game. And thank everybody who came out today. Thanks Aragorn, thanks Large Soft Dog, thanks Sacrificial Jizo, and thanks Ivysaur and Thesan. We'll be back on Wednesday at 4 o'clock Eastern Time with more of this game, so I'm looking forward to that. Alright everybody, see you Wednesday. In the meantime, have some food and sleep well.